It's recording. Yes. We're back. I got Hercules here, strong man, competitor. I got my man Bang in the background, doing the production. And we're here to talk about the upcoming season. Today we seen them upset. I don't know if everybody probably figured that Ohio could beat Penn State, but it would have been a feel happy story if Penn State could have beat Ohio, even though none of us really look at Ohio as a competitor. But when you lose your major players in the game, sometimes that happens. And today, Penn State just couldn't get it done today. They let them off the hook, so to say. Yep. We got a big game coming up tonight. We want to talk about. I think I'm gonna go with Alabama, because Alabama, they got an underrated quarterback who's won a championship and a hell of a running back that used to back up Richardson. He's not bad. Of course, Richardson last year got most of the touches, but I'm looking for him to do big things this season. And I'm gonna pass the mic to Kurt and see what he got to say about it.
Well, I'm going to talk about a lot of key points we hear. We lost a lot of people. A lot of teams lost a lot of things in the draft, and I think this year is going to be a big spectator as far as with a lot of teams. This season is going to be, very surprising, because a lot of people did lose a lot of key players in the draft. So I would say I'm going to go for the underdog. I think I'm going to pull for Michigan. And that's generally because of the fact that a lot of people are expecting for Alabama to win. But Alabama's lost a lot of key tangibles last year, the offensive line. They lost a running back last year. They lost some defensive players last year too as well. So, I'm not going to say that Alabama's going to, whoop them this year, but it's going to be definitely a good game. But like you said, a lot of teams got surprised today. But a lot of things I want to talk about. You see the Carolina game, which is they started up with an opener against a Division I AA school, which I guess will help with a confident morale. But I just we're gonna see when the real season starts. Of course I'm an NC State native. I'm wearing a black and red today. Don't get that confused with Georgia Bulldogs or nothing like that. But, I'm just. I have black and red on, Wolfpack Nation, not Bulldog Nation. Don't get that confused. I just want to state that for the record. Our producers go Georgia Bulldog, kind of close to Goldsboro Bulldog, but that's a different story. But anyway, I just like to speculate on different things that's going on. It's the college. I'm very happy college football season started up, and it's very interesting how a lot of teams are going to play out. Teams that was top from last year is probably going to have a fall-off season this year. I think NC State, I'm not saying because I'm an NC State fan, but, we got a lot of returns come back this year. A lot of, people that go to the draft, they win our bowl game last year. Carolina's coming off a little downpour with all the NCAA investigations, but, we just going to hope them the best, really, it's not really a good team that's right now that's standing out to me as far as with college right now. I think everybody is kind of rebuilding this year. But I will say this is going to be an interesting year. My little one talked about a little about NFL this year. A lot of teams had added on to their teams. Jones-Juice situation down there in Jacksonville, yes. It's kind of, I kind of understand his perspective on that note, and, being in the NFL, your career is not, so long. He's been in the league for a little while now, so I kind of, stand behind him on that note, Other situations that I don't particularly agree with, with the whole situation with Plexico Burgers and, him not, the team hasn't bite on him yet, but I hope him the best, and I wish him great success down the line.
My perspective on the holdout situations is understand that your career, especially as a running back, isn't the lifespan is very low, but you need to think about that when you structure your contract coming into the league. I feel like if you sign a contract, you should honor the contract. And you know, I know you have breakout years. You got little perks and incentives added into that, but when you sign a contract, if they took you to court, you'll lose because you signed that contract. And that's all I got to say on that. He wants some more? He wants some more?
Well, that is true. You know, I think, you know, contracts should be honored, you know, regardless of the situation. You know, if you sign your name on a dotted line, right? And, you know, when all said and done, you know, that's all that matters, which has been done in black and white. You know, if your name is on that dotted line, then you have to do what you got to do to feel great. That's like when you do a job or work at any kind of place established for employment or whatever. When you sign that W-2 form and you agree to go by those guidelines and you sign your name on that handbook saying that you agree to those terms, then, you know, yes, you have fulfillment to, you know, due to that job, you know, supply and demand, you know. From my understanding, you know, he still has 2 years left on his contract, you know, and I think he should fulfill that agreement, you know. What he does after that 2-year span, you know, that's what he decides to do. What Jacksonville decide to pay him more money or to extend it, you know, that's up to Jacksonville, you know. And that note, I could agree with, you know, what Kev said, you know, about the whole situation, you know. But like I said, you know, like expectancy is, you know, not that high, you know, and in the NFL, you know, and